EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. We're looking at a tie at the top at 7 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking for another strong showing after a top 10 finish a week ago. So Frank, this tournament number 3 on the PGA Tour schedule this year, the golfer we're watching here, already with one victory on the ledger. That was in the season opener down in La Quinta. Couldn't go back-to-back down at Torrey last week, but I mean, what a start to a career. Where do you think it goes from here, Frank?
The only way is up, Rich, really. I excused last week for a lot of reasons. You've just got that first win. Everybody wants to say congratulations. You go in the locker room. Everything appears different. Well, that week's gone now. Now it's back to normal. You're a professional. Back to the grind. We're going to see more what they've made of this week.
So, Frank, this tournament number 3 on the PGA Tour schedule this year, and the golfer we're watching here already with one victory on the ledger. That was in the season opener down in La Quinta. Could not go back-to-back down at Torrey last week, but what a start to a career. Where does it go from here?
Only way is up, Rich. I certainly excused the performance last week because there's that first week back in the locker room where everyone's saying congratulations. Now you come back to earth. So it'll be interesting. I'm going to keep my eye on them this week because this week we should see more of what they play like.
So, Frank, the first 2 tournaments of this new season have come and gone. Now we tackle one of the finest tracks in the world here at Pebble Beach. And the golfer we're assigned to here, promising performance down at Torrey last week. Didn't get the win, but a top 10 in start number 2, that has to portend good things, don't you think, Frank?
It certainly does, Rich. I mean, this is a very solid performance going into this week, but now it's different. You could get weather, right? Rain, maybe a lot of wind. So Pebble can play so many different ways. So you've got to really have your game and your guile this week. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see how this game translates this week.
Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
When you find yourself in the fairway on the second at Pebble, you have a great opportunity to take advantage of one of the easiest holes on the course.
This par 5 green is well protected. That's 2 good shots, but that bunker's there for a reason. Now, with some nifty sand play, we're looking at 4.
Yeah, just able to pop that one out of there, but that will only make it onto the fringe. Good putt there. It's in for par here at the second. And he'll stay at even par. Frank, this whole area of the country, Monterey, Carmel, 17-mile drive, just such a stunning setting for golf. We're just taking a nice drive with the emerald green fairway set against the ocean blue. It's just ideal. But talk to me about playing the course, Pebble Beach. What should a young golfer like this keep in mind when teeing it up for the first time as a professional?
Rich, it's the polar opposite of the drive then, where you decompress and look at the views. Because once you get onto that first tee at Pebble, it's a wonderful golf course designed by Jack Neville. You're going to realize that no two holes look the same. I mean, that's stating the obvious there. But side hill lies when you play towards the Pacific. And then you sort of beat your way around the golf course. The beautiful downhill par 3 7th. I know it's talked about and it's photographed, but that's where you start scratching your head and like, do I have the right club? And that's a feeling you get at Pebble so often around this golf course. But I mentioned 7, so I've got to mention 8, 9, and 10. In my opinion, they're the 3 best par 4s in a row in any golf course I've ever seen. I mean, they're beautiful driving holes and iron play, but, Pebble's about the experience, but it's also about the legacy that this golf course has for America. So to compete at Pebble is one thing. To play well at Pebble, well, that's another thing as well.
Nicely done. It is a par here at the 3rd, and he'll stay at level par. Wow, a day's worth of breathtaking shots, Frank, from the players and the Pacific Ocean. There it is, and this begins that beautiful 7-hole stretch along the ocean. Short, par 4, 4th hole.
And this is also where some of these decisions become quite critical. Do you try and drive this green 330 yards to the front, or do you worry about that little pot bunker on that left side, which is about 250 yards to get over it, because that's what narrows this fairway down. But it plays uphill.
So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. And that, a little beyond the hole, but a good shot. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. We arrive now at the 189-yard par 3 called the New Fifth. Despite being redesigned by Jack Nicklaus late last century, safest play here is to the left center of the green. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5 6th. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his second. Yeah, sensational shot here. On and two on the par 5. And Frank, a good look at eagle.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Rich. Two good shots into this par 5 and a chance to be more than well rewarded.
Oh, yeah. That's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Tee at number 7, and Frank, this is the shortest hole in championship golf. It is also one of the most beautiful holes in championship golf.
Yeah, it certainly is, and people assume that short is easy, but just look how small that target is.
A very sensible play there, right in the middle of the green. Now this for birdie.
A very makeable look here. Get the ball started and let it trickle down to the hole.
Good effort, but that'll run 2-3 feet past the hole. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7, and he'll stay at -3. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. And from the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Just gonna sneak on by. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And that's gonna drop him to 2 under. The thing about Pebble Beach is it's easy to lose focus, stare off at the horizon, the Pacific Ocean, and all that beauty that surrounds you. But then you remember, and I'm playing the 9th hole here. This is one of the hardest par 4s in the world. Pay attention. Yeah, that's a beautiful tee shot. Now watch this go. It's going to trundle right on down the slope. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 128 yards to the hole. Wind coming from behind, so you'll need to be careful where you land it.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Oh, that looked good the whole way. Very nicely done. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that finishes off a strong front 9. It's a 33, 2 under par. Now beginning the inward half here at Pebble Beach, and it is some start to this backside, Frank. A big, bold par 4, once again running the entire length of the Pacific Ocean along the right.
Yeah, visually it's stunning, no doubt about that, with the world's largest hazard there on the right. So your mind does go to the left side of this fairway, but you don't want it to go too far left. Those 3 bunkers, they're very much in play. But really aim in the left side of this fairway because the fairway does kick to the right.
No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Second shot now, and has to be careful because that breeze can be tricky at his back. You don't want to overclub. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Oh, and a shot in the arm there to start the second 9. That's in for par here at 10. And he'll stay at 2 under. We head now to the 370-yard par 4 11th, where ideally you'd like to favor the left side of the fairway to open up the approach into one of the smallest greens at Pebble Beach. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That one kind of took off on him. That'll happen sometimes coming out of the bunker, and that scoots right on by. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll remain right where he is. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12th. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. Bit of a misfire there. That is well off target to the right of this par 3. Now a second to this par 3. Well, obviously that's not his best, but it'll be quickly forgotten, Frank, if he's able to get out of here with his par.
Well, you might forget it. I won't. Far from his best.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is. Well, this par 4 13th hole doesn't show up on a lot of postcards the way, say, the 8th hole would. But, Frank, this is a legitimate and challenging par 4, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is, Rich. 400 yards, but it plays longer than that by virtue of being uphill. But the addition of those 3 bunkers in on the right side have certainly shrunk the width of this fairway. Plus, it still tips from the right side to the left side. And you've got an uphill second shot. So, I've seen everything here. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, you name it.
Now, note his second from the fairway.
152 to the hole. Pin is on the front left part of the green.
A little short, little left, but inside 10 feet, so even I can't really criticize that.
Here we go. 7-footer for birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. Well, in the world of professional golf, there are very few legitimate three-shot par fives left. This 582-yard par 5 14th at Pebble Beach is one of those holes. It is all you want. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee.
This is a tough hole today, and just inside 10 feet after that short shot, so still working very hard to make par.
Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the top bunker that has to be avoided.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Just 90 yards remaining here for his second into the par 4.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Yep, not bad. Had to put a little extra into that one, but got it there. That's a pretty good effort. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. Now the heart begins to race a little bit because you know you're playing one of the greatest finishing stretches in the entire sport of golf. Starting with the 16th, it's only 400 yards. If you can carry that island bunker, you can jumpstart your run to the house with a birdie 3. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot.
$14 feet to the hole.
Nope. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And that's going to drop him down the leaderboard just a bit.
17th hole here at Pebble Beach, all about history and all about beauty. Frank, what's the best way to make that three and get onto that 18th tee?
Well, first of all, it depends where the flag is cut, on the right side or the left side, because really this green is like a figure eight on a 45-degree angle. On the left side, it's a much longer carry, and you've got to really hit your tee shot properly to make the ball carry that bunker and stop in time. On the right side, you can see you go with a shorter club and the target is bigger.
Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. A look here for birdie at 17.
Just has to get the ball started, and it will work back to the right and toward the hole.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. Well, here we are now at arguably the greatest finishing hole in golf. 536-yard par 5. Pacific Ocean, massive fairway bunker stretching more than 100 yards on the left, and cypress trees. Just a few of the things you need to contend with. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. That's got to wind up an opening round 68, 4 under par. Our featured golfer in a good position, you'd have to say. Just 3 shots off the pace after round 1.
Just got to keep the leaders in check, though. Can't afford to get, further away.
So, for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. EA Sports and the PGA Tour. proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From beautiful Pebble Beach, California, it's live second-round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Well, let's face it, Mother Nature's just showing off this week. Pebble Beach, one of the crown jewels of American sport in all its glory. As we look at the Friday leaderboard, we've got a tie at the top. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, no lock to play the weekend, hovering a few shots inside the cut line, entering play. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
Looking good, 109 left to the hole, pin in the right front.
Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain 3 shots off the pace.
Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
Another good tee shot for him to start the round as he gets another fairway here at the second. Yeah, mission accomplished. On into, didn't fly it all the way there, but got enough release and in good shape. Yeah, he wanted that to go a little more, but that's not too bad from there. Let's see if he can knock this in. It's for birdie. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. And after opening with a 68, he'll move to 1 under for his round here. This is a pretty hole, the third. 397 yards, just a gentle dog leg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dog leg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
We'll remind you that coming up next week, we move from the serenity of the Pacific Ocean here at Pebble Beach to a scene that will be anything but calm. That is the Waste Management Phoenix Open down at TPC Scottsdale. Frank, I always think different venues, sort of different soundtracks. Pebble is crashing waves with Argyle sweaters. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, it's like a nightclub in Prague at about 2 in the morning.
I've been to Prague too, yeah. Except Prague doesn't have the 700,000 people. It's the greatest gate. Some say the greatest show on grass. It really is. That 16th hole, I'll tell you just one quick little story. Tom Watson, in his heyday with the late Bruce Edwards on the bag, it was the one hole he changed his routine. He'd get Bruce to go ahead to the tee, all those people around, and he'd just say, give me the club and hit it. That was the one time he broke tradition. It's absolute frenzy at Scottsdale.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach starts to look like Pebble Beach in all its glory and magnificent beauty. It's only 333 yards. Off the tee, you can hit driver. Maybe make an eagle, knock it up on the green. We have seen guys do that. Or you can play it safe, long iron off the tee. Either way, you're thinking 3 at 4. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Okay, on the green, but it's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. A look here at birdie.
And not much up or downhill here, so speed not a consideration. All that needs to be looked at is the movement from left to right.
Boy, that's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain one shot back.
So here we are, Frank, the 5th hole, the first of the 4 par 3s at Pebble Beach. It doesn't get all the love that some of the others do, but this one has the players' attention. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it certainly does, Rich. Everybody wants to take a picture, down by the 7th, 17th hole, famous par 3. Remember Jack Nicklaus's one on, but believe me, I think this hole is every bit as tough as 17.
Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Oh, that nearly went in. That's a touch of class right there. Very good effort. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he's going to stay 2 back. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5. Goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. Solid, good drive in the fairway. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Wonderful tee shot here. Biggest challenge is you cannot see the pin sitting on the green. Gonna have to pick out a point along the edge of the cliffs to get the ball on line.
Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there, and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the 6th. And he's got it to 3 under now, just 2 back. Moving on to the 106-yard par 3-7. One of the most beautiful holes in the world. Craggy rocks, blue skies, and the beckoning Pacific beyond. Absolutely breathtaking. And he maybe didn't want to risk going over, so this ball well short of the hole, and a long look coming up for birdie. Oh, wow, that is some kind of putt. Perfect speed, perfect line. It's in for a birdie. And he's going to move to 4 under par, just 1 shot off the top spot.
From the famous par 3-7th to the equally famous par 4-8. Frank, what a hole.
It is, Rich, and it starts, in my opinion, the best 3 consecutive par 4s in golf. This one's a little bit of a blind tee shot. That white rock that's just up ahead, that's your line. If you hit it over the right side of that, your run out is about 250 yards. If you go a little left of that, you've got another 20 yards up your sleeve. But do not go further than that.
It'll All looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Beautiful tee shot, great position looking at this green, and there are no easy options here. You got bunkers up the left, bunkers on the right. You have balls that are going to find their way into the penalty area. Requires precision execution.
Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Nah, the putter bails him out there. That's in for a par. And he's going to remain one shot off the pace. We finished the front side with what is often considered the most difficult hole at Pebble Beach. 483-yard par 4 ninth. Ocean all down the right and bunkers and deep rough on the left. No room for error here. Oh, yeah, that is a beauty. Is that going to get the slope? Yes, it will. Check this out. Woo, that's going to keep right on going. From the fairway, we check in with Noda.
Well, when you find your ball in the fairway at the ninth, you hit a great tee shot, one of the most difficult fairways to hit on the entire golf course, but now it opens up the opportunity to hit a great second.
Good shot again there. Well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
That one just going to sneak on by. Just a tap in there for par at the ninth. And that will be a sizzling 31 on the front side, 4 under par.
Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard. But look again on the other side of the fairway, and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those because, once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
We're looking at 138 yards left and the pin on the back portion in the left-hand side of this green.
I like the looks of this one.
Oh, that was a good strike. Took it straight at it, too. That one bounce and check. Well played.
So now eyeing this one for birdie. Well done there. It's a birdie to kick off the back 9. And he's worked it to 9 under par. Now we come to the 11th hole, and now the golf course heads up and inland, away from the water. Only 370 yards, best to be on the left side of the fairway. That will then open up the approach into what is one of the smaller greens here at Pebble Beach. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And it'll stay at -9.
First par 3 now on the backside. Frank, this is sort of the forgotten hole, the 12th, 202 yards.
It is. It's in the corner of the golf course. If you look at the right side of the screen, it's very narrow, but that's actually the entry or the gateway. And the reason why I say that is that's the full width of the putting surface. If you're going to take the bunker on, you've got to carry the ball another 8 or 9 yards. But one thing in your favor is this hole plays 10 yards downhill.
And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated. Second shot now, here at the par 3. Oh, would you expect anything less with the way things are going? Everything is dropping right now, even balls from off the green. Here we are at Pebble's 13th 401-yard par 4 that some consider a bit of a breather on the course. Birdie is definitely a possibility here. The 13th here at Pebble Beach is sort of a forgotten hole. It's only 401 yards of par 4, but I promise you'll remember it if you make a birdie here, and you'll have a good chance if you put it in the correct position off the tee. Boy, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
We're looking at 126 yards to get you to the front of the green. 134, the number, all the way to the flag. Pin, front right. It's a sneaky one.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Could we see magic on 2 straight holes? This, another long one for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt from there. A little short, but not too bad. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And this will stay a one-shot lead. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear. Oh, that was a beautiful golf swing right there. Everything working in harmony and a great result in the fairway.
Good second shot, that last bounce. A little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up rather nicely into this par 5.
Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Right around 6 feet here for birdie. That's how you play this 14th hole. That's in for birdie. And that is going to push him into the lead here on this Friday. Next up, the 393-yard par 4 15th. Tee shot in the fairway gives the players an excellent shot at birdie, but be careful losing it right onto that 17-mile drive. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So after a well-placed drive, this his second from short range. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Okay, safely in for his par. And this will remain a one-shot advantage.
It's a really pretty hole, the par 4 16th. What's the right line here, Frank?
Well, if you want to pick out something in the horizon there, if you look closely down there, the tallest tree in the distance, that's sort of right bang in the middle of the fairway. You will not see your tee shot land and you won't see it run out, but that's the line. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
This one has a chance to be close.
Leading is one thing, but hitting iron shots like that, that lead is going to increase.
Chance now for another birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he's opened up a two-shot lead here in round 2. If you stop for just a moment, it can really hit you where you are and what's happened here. The 17th hole at Pebble Beach, the par 3. Jack with a 1-iron that hit the flagstick in 1972 on his way to winning the U.S. Open Championship. And then a decade later, Tom Watson from just long of the green, chipping in for a birdie to beat Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, history made here at the 17th hole. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. This is a 16-footer. Not quite on line, and that'll drift a couple feet by.
Need a little bit more pace and a little more borrow.
No problems there. That's par here at 17. And the lead's going to remain 2. Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here, and then you let it rip. This one starting up that left side. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
Now this for another birdie. Okay, it's a nice finish, a birdie at 18. And that is going to be a superb second round score of 63. Wow. A last look at the leaderboard here on this Friday. Our featured player leading by 2, in great shape with moving day coming tomorrow.
Great position, Rich, there's no doubting that. They lead, but you have a pack of chasers now. Those ones behind will not be scared. Can you stay in the present? Can you stay in the moment?
Till next time, for our entire cast and crew, I'm Rich Lerner. This has been a presentation of EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. So long, everybody.